Hi, Sean from Best Woodworking in Port Hope. I wanted to just take a couple minutes and do a quick little video to highlight something that I'd forgotten that I knew how to do. Here's the problem. I have these beautiful doors, come a little closer. I have these beautiful doors that have suffered in a way that the faces are no longer any good. The hardware is MWE from Germany, they're worth saving, they fit the opening, they've got a recessed handle in them. The problem is the veneer is not good. So what do? What I've done in the past, and it was from a college professor, highlighted this issue. If you get yourself a piece of paperback veneer, and in this case I got this with a phenolic paper that matches the color of the walnut in this case. Titebond 3 is a great adhesive for this purpose. Believe it or not, what happens is you roll it on, you let it almost dry, you roll on veneer, glue onto this surface, and you almost let this dry. Then you hit it with an iron, and it actually glues itself together. Once it's glued together, you can trim it with a trim router. I've edge banded these before it started, and now the door looks like a brand new door again, and you didn't need a press. And the key is the iron. So what happens first is that we sand thoroughly so we have a good bonding surface. When it's cleaned off, and after it's been edge banded, it's important, come right up close. It's important to realize that the edge of this veneer, like contact cement, is better if you have this edge first and then you put the face on. It makes it cleaner looking in the end because it's easier to apply and it doesn't get done too quick. So consistency is an important part of this. I choose to roll it on rather than spread it on with like a knife or something like that, or a trowel, because this goes on pretty evenly. Overlap the strokes. And taper it off. This is the first of 2 coats. Okay, so now we have 2 coats. Have a look down here. We have 2 coats of the Titebond 3 on this walnut veneer. This has just been applied, the second coat. This is what your first coat should look like on your door. The other surface. See how it's starting to be solid here and still quite noticeable here? This is the time to just make sure there's nothing serious stuck in the finish, and then you're going to apply your second coat of glue.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 coats on both the veneer and the door. There's always a point in a process where you say to yourself, okay, maybe this has some legs. So I could never do that with contact cement, that's for sure. I'm going to walk over to my door. I'm going to lay it down on the surface. I'm going to flip it over. It's the wrong way. That is not possible with contact cement. I can move this around at will. I can center it the way I want to center it. I pre-cut the sheets. Center line. Go. And nothing beats the sniff test of an iron. So come on over here close. You listen. Loose. Count into maybe 10. Do the one little section here. Laminate roller. Come in real close now. No sound. That's good bond. We've got 3 doors here. This is a finished product. This one's gonna get its last face, and this one has been sanded to 100 with the Mirka Diros, and then hand sanding with 150 to keep the grain open for, of course, our lovely oil product. I've been using Osmo now for quite some time. They've redesigned it a little bit so you don't have to buff it. This particular Polyex oil is the 3043 clear. So, quite honestly, it's like magic, like you always see. A little bit of oil and walnut, and it's like a magic show. So get a sense of the overall change in color. I prefer to use Osmo. I can smell this all day. It doesn't do anything to me. It's got a really good technical sheet that's associated with it. Tells us where we can use it and where we can't. They've got different products for different surfaces. You can see that the oil is drying on this one. It's quite lovely and very smooth.